Hi folks, welcome back to the World Cup. We have quite a long afternoon and evening ahead of us. There's many games happening, but the first one is in about half an hour. So as promised, we'll show you a recording of something that has already been played. So Slovenia and Poland met in round one. Well, still a couple of games to be played. Yeah, the first six, one close one, the others, well, two close ones actually, and four that were quite one-sided. And we can show you one of the more interesting and short ones that was played on Thursday. So this was game two. Let's jump into it and talk a little bit about the decks. There we are. So it's Lenny Reigns for Poland against Martell Knights for Slovenia. So yeah, tough choices for Lenny Reigns because Cersei has been podded with Lannister's honor, so that kill potential that the deck has been slightly nerfed, but yeah, mostly teams have dropped Lenny Reigns for this tournament, playing other decks. But Poland has stuck with it and actually decided that it's going to be more focused on killing than on quick power gain with Cersei. So this deck, I think it plays one Casterly Rock only, but it plays Core Cersei, as you can see here. Yeah, and Castamere's and Lannister's Honor, the whole set of them basically. And Trial by Combat is in the deck as well, so can imagine some kind of Reigns into Wildfire, and then you play Trial by Combat with Cersei attacking and Lannister's Honor, and the board's wiped. And I was surprised to see actually that the deck does not play Spider's Web in the Reigns deck, which is a claim raise as well, so you could get claim 3 on Castamere with that, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And Fabro plays out 4 bigs in round 1, everything. So there is Harris in the other deck. This is quite bored now and calls for an early Harris, so I assume there is some more stuff to play out after that. And Sonchek has a bunch of small knights that unfortunately they look great, but with first snow in the deck really could do with something bigger. And this is a surprise that Daven's just claimed. She attacked in a way to allow Tywin to defend that. And Fabro doesn't care. He's going to lose Daven and do challenges with the other characters instead. So here I was thinking, when I was watching it live, that the plan is for Cersei and Tyrion to do intrigue. Reigns does something annoying, and then there's still Tywin there for military challenge. Let's see if it plays out like that. Just checking if Tywin was actually if he had a chance of drawing, because you don't want to lose him if he draws you cards, but you need to have more cards than the opponent, so you'd have to be there after Cersei's intrigue challenge goes through. But I would have defended with Tywin. Then okay, if you actually plan to Wildfire, then you're gonna lose one anyway. Here we go. If this is Wildfire into Trial by Combat, then Martell loses everything, right? But it's actually into Power Behind the Throne. There's no second intrigue challenge. So I'll be honest, this looks rather useless. Tywin can do a challenge and you can try to be quick, but you're not that quick. And if he does military, better have a treachery for that Vardis. No econ without Tywin, so it would be even a struggle to get him out of shadows. Yeah, and Tywin's just standing there for dominance, so why Tywin had to die is a little unclear on this one. But still, I mean, it's not a pleasant first now. Do you do Harris? Forces Tywin off the board for what it's worth, but I don't know, then you're out of the Harrises. I mean, actually, Martell has Behest, right? So, unless you want to win initiative, you can check. Yeah, first now. Then I think maybe the play is to do Harris afterwards. Everything's going for this first now. That's gonna hurt so much. Something with high reserve, maybe you play. If you forced March, then Tywin's going to be nailed, but I don't know. That's a minor victory. You can see if there's nothing in hand for Lenny that the first round was kind of dodgy, right? You need a burn man really to come into play, because Tywin's the only military icon and Davin was there, right? So the knights can still do military back, and you don't need any of those guys to die. You need a burn man to die. And playing out Casterrock and Castamere. It looks like, I mean, now there wouldn't be a burn man played anyway because it's first snow. Well, he has ambush, but nothing small would be played anyway. But if Lenny is struggling for characters and without any draw, then we can try to hold on. We have barring, so Claim Soak is not gonna jump in. But okay, we have nothing either. 6 gold, 12 cards and 5 reserve. Tywin's duped, so at least the Harris, if Tywin's kept, gets rid of both of the other two. And we're so far over reserve that the intrigue challenges actually don't matter that much, right? Well, I wouldn't recommend power with Cersei. I mean, she raises claim on the intrigue. And Tywin does military, even though Casterrock allows another intrigue. Okay, you're not gonna discard as many cards to bring Martell down to the reserve value, but at least, I mean, you give yourself a chance of hitting something good, something better than whatever is going to be discarded here. But it is 7 power, and pressure's on. Now let's see what cards we are losing here. More than half the hand, so at this point you're choosing more what you are keeping rather than what you are discarding. Okay, we lose 3 Chad Knights Secret Schemes. Okay, we've repopulated the hand a little bit. Princess Plan. That was playable with the Water Gardens if only there was a character. And Hand's Judgment. Okay, so do Harris and then play out the Knights again. Good job Tywin's not there, actually, because Sonya would have drawn 1 if there was Daven, because he's a knight, right? And Fabro marches himself. Okay, he doesn't cost him. He's still going to keep 2 characters. He chose to keep those 2 rather than Tywin. Just to go first. If the Harris wasn't played, this would be not the best plot choice. And marches nothing apart from Great Hall, which, to be fair, in Laney Reigns is not immediately the worst sign. Could see Gunther coming in, or the Hound still, for 4 gold. And now Sonya needs to get quite a board, because that threat of trial by combat killing everything is still a thing, so you need to survive, and then you can start playing with first no gone. By the way, so as promised, after that we'll be joining the live games, and there's UK against China Fire, Henry's game, and at the same time Bing and Martin play, so China Ice versus USA. And if anyone has preferences, write it in the chat, please, which game you would prefer to watch. They're played at the same time, otherwise I will pick whatever I prefer. Okay, so Darkstar is here, and William Wells can take Cersei's icons so that she doesn't do intrigue with to claim. But you still kind of, I mean, oof, still there is a threat of Lannister's honor. Tyrion can still do an intrigue that way. Or since he can't be stealthed, these 2 guys are 8 together, so you can defend against terrains, you can eat Lannister's honor, but then if the Hound comes in after that to kill Darkstar, yeah, it's rough. We need to survive this. And we threw away that Hand's Judgment that could have defended against these threats, as well as Prince's plan to add strength to Darkstar. Yeah, I guess the priority was to get characters, otherwise you can't win anyway. But if stuff survives here, if at least one of the knights survives to then draw 3, and if Darkstar is there, to then go first and take icons, because Sonya has initiative now, right? She has Tourney, she has Forced March, she has the Martell plot, the new one. And she could have a good rest of the game, but not if they both die here, which is a very strong possibility. So, ooh, Nightmares, what's that going to be played on? Could have Nightmares Darkstar. To allow him to be stealthed, but then, yeah, William Wells takes the icons, and you hope there's no Lannister's honor. I don't know. Nightmares the Water Gardens, which stops Strain Boost and Hand's Judgment, but I think both of those cards are just 1 copy that are gone, right? Maybe there's 2 Hand's Judgments. Might be 2, yeah. Well, there's no choice. He has to defend, and then you hope. There is Lannister's honor. So, there goes William Wells. Now any character with a military icon in hand, Gunther, Hound, or Burnman, and I think it's virtually game to the Spears and Vardis. But nothing happens, and game's still going. Yeah, I would not recommend watching other games while you play, Henry. That will take so much of the concentration away, but you can watch the recording later. Anyway, if one of them finishes early, we'll join the other. Okay, so we do play the Martell plot now and we win initiative against Mad King's Command, and yeah, Darkstar on Mad King's Command is not the worst thing. And clearly there was no ambush last round, so unless something has been top decked. Perfect, couldn't have wished for anything better. All the icons, military presence, nothing new comes in for Lanny. And now Darkstar can take Cersei's icon. Ooh, and yeah, the what's it called, Dornish Wars. I mean, if you win a challenge, you take icons anyway. I think is that a limit 2 per round? But that's a superb plot in combination with Darkstar, and in this deck there's also Sword of the Morning, which yeah, can pull something in the challenge, stealth something else, and take icons, and then the plot. I mean, if you get into this kind of situation, it's really nice. Yeah, and apart from the result, I mean, look at the board now. Martell has comparable board, even better than Lannister. Has the econ locations and has the same number of cards. So I would say we are at this point now winning the game. Into the spears means, yeah, means Darkstar is going to do 2 challenges now. So Lanny will have nothing, I think. If you do military with both, even Hound doesn't help. With both, I mean, with you're doing it with 2 anyway because the spears have been played, but former champion goes into challenge as well. Claim soak. Otherwise, I think Cersei now gets claimed because she's already lost 1 icon, but then takes Tyrion's icon as well, so now it's 50-50. Cersei goes, okay. But now doing power and intrigue will take Tyrion's other icon as well, so Lanny can strike back. Yeah, and the Knight's deck just draws 3. Okay, may as well defend. He's not going to keep the icon, right? Does not defend. Oh, it's intrigue. He's lost that icon already, so he's going to lose the other one, yeah. Key event was there, but needed to go first with that, really. Yeah, not the best drawing from Lannister, but yeah, if you top deck, you top deck. That's how it is sometimes. But I mean, that round where he didn't do 2 intrigue challenges and Cersei didn't do an intrigue challenge, okay, so our reserve for Martell, but you could hit Darkstar there, right? And Darkstar was super annoying. He ran the round before where he was trying to kill. And now we take the lead and we have forced march and we have tourney. Okay, you play tourney now, right? So if the game's still going after 7 plots, you do another tourney. Forced march does nothing, so not sure what Lanny has. I thought when I was watching live that they had close call, but apparently not. So even that, yeah, draw extra card and resurrect someone It's not going to work. Ooh, they have the Harris, okay. Yeah, in hindsight, that first round where Fabro marshaled the 4 bigs, if he had Daven in hand, then actually what happens to the other 3, right? If there's nothing that can come in for ambush and one of them has to get claimed, you'd have to, I think, hold Tywin back with a lot of gold to single-handedly defend military against all the knights. I'm not sure if that was the situation. But if you don't draw the charts, you don't draw them. Oof, okay, this guy is going to just neutralize Tyrion. Just the one guy though. Even with 3 econ locations, it's not so much gold. Now we have the guys that could have been there when the first snow was revealed. Now, does Lanny have anything? A Western fiefdom. Well, how do you do this? Oh, you have to the spears again. Okay, so easy. Do military with everyone to make sure that even the Hound can beat you. And now I guess you do intrigue to force the Hound out. And if she had one more strength, Doran's game would just finish it. But if this is unopposed, then it is game because of the other 2 will do power. Unopposed with renown, I mean, it's way more than 15 even. Yeah, nothing. So that was quite a turnaround from that one challenge away from having the board killed off when Darkstar defended against Reigns to this. Quite a comeback. Yeah, 5 turns in a row. That's rough. I mean, some of the plays there on that first no round were not that good, but yeah, could have drawn something better. I mean, there was still stuff that was alive. There we are. So that's the game.